So yesterday I was sick. Today I feel much better. My wife is now sick, which is also not fun. We are here in forest and I want to show you. This guy has been eaten by worms and moths and all sorts. Standing next to this fertility pit filled with worm castings, and it looks like everywhere it is finally pushing out new leaves. It's been in a rough shape basically since it was planted about 3 months ago. First it took a beating on the car over here, wind blowing fruit leaves for about 200 kilometers, and then the worms got it, and then other things got it, and seems like all of a sudden now it's springing back to life. So that is a good shot. Good thing. You see, here was its first attempt at new life. Moths got it, or the worms got it. I think we're in the clear now, finally. Damien's forest. You still have to zoom in to see the life everywhere. There's a prickly pear. Every yellow pole is a tree. Papaya. This papaya is also recovering. That is something to make it curl its leaves over. Mulberry over there. Pomegranate. You can only imagine what this place will look like one day when everything is up. Should maybe put little bottles on these stakes so you can see what they all are. This is a mix of sorghum and sunflowers and some bird seeds around the prickly pear. So when we water the prickly pear, we also water those things. Sunflowers just to create some mulch and etc, etc. So there's a mulberry over here, and then over here another prickly pear. We majored quite a bit in prickly pears just to it works in our climate. So this is a lucina that's been jumping out of its veins right next to the prickly pear. So the lucinas are mainly going to be used for chop and drop and animal feed. We planted hundreds of them. This is a narky. What is a narky in English? Citrus. I'll put the word in the description. I cannot for the life of me remember the English name now. This is a marula. It will become much bigger than the narky. So serve as an overstory. This is a mango over here. The mangoes on our farm has not been doing great at all. We added some Epsom salt the day before yesterday and yesterday to get to all the trees, and we'll be adding a seaweed fertilizer as well today, just to get to everything. Here is another combo. It will grow to different levels. That's the marula, will grow to an overstory. Prickly pear will be smaller, and then the lucina will never reach more than a medium size. They can become very high, they can become 8 and 10 meters high, but that one will never reach full maturity. It will be cut down. Prickly pear over here, you can see the new life jumping out right next to citrus. So this prickly pear will be removed in the next 2 or 3 years, used as a chop and drop, or the leaves will be used to make new plants. But in the beginning we want to have our plants a little bit denser, so we can water less and that they can have good benefits on one another. Marula here. And that is Damien's forest. at the moment. So all the trees are below 30 centimeters. Well, not all are below 30 centimeters, but there's quite a lot. And so I'm really looking forward to what they will look like one day. Right, and then the state of the friendly forest. Trees are doing well. Haven't been watered in weeks. It makes sense because it's the raining season and they're behind the African smiles. But I'm 90% sure that we will also not have to water them throughout the rest of the year. I think we might, just to supercharge them, and because we can. But I think if we had to leave this system today, we'd probably come back in 10 years time and everything would be big. The alternative is maybe not water them and use that water and that time to plant other trees and to do other things. I'm thinking of doing mulberry cuttings. Maybe have another 40 trees available for next year as well. That sunflower makes me sad that I didn't plant a lot more sunflowers earlier. We do have many in the ground now. But it's lovely, absolutely lovely to see these sunflowers everywhere. It would have been wonderful if we had a couple hundred more of them available. Look, they're not as pretty as you find in the shops because it's not sprayed. Things have been eating them and they have been supporting life. And when you've been supporting life, you're not pretty. But still beautiful. So there's a mulberry, there's a mulberry. There's a mulberry behind me, and they're everywhere. I think we've really got something going. This, I think, is mostly sunflowers as well. Lots of these little side pits have got sunflowers in them as well. So I think in a couple of weeks' time, we're gonna have these beautiful sunflowers popping up everywhere. Mulberry and moringa, yeah. You see the termites, how they build their houses. Our friends the termites. We need to plant a lot more leucaena so we can feed the termites faster. Have more mulch for them to eat. See, there they are, actually running. Whoop. Here they are still active, nice and fat ones. The other thing that we're focusing on today is a little bit back to the basics. Mulching. So these weeds in brackets we're taking out from the arena and mulching things like this. But somebody asked in the comments, why hasn't this been mulched yet? Oh, we made a mistake. We planted it and then we didn't know where to mulch. So now the things came up. And now we know where to mulch and we can put the mulch between the plants. And so it also looked like they sort of sprung up in the last 2 or 3 days. They really grew quite a bit. But with the mulching, I think they will explode. Okay, then I wanted to show you coating solutions, coating solutions, waterproofing solutions in Namibia. They are the ones that's sponsoring our concrete repair kit for Emmanuel's tank. And so I just quickly wanted to show you the shop. So this is the name and telephone number. And then what they focus on is roof coatings, pool coatings, floor coatings and more. This is the product that they sponsored us with. Nanoscreed. Now, as you know, we built that cement tank. I'll see if I can put some B-roll in here. And that has basically cracked and it's leaking. And what this product basically does is it is a nanoscreed. So you mix it with this product here. This is a cement looking like product, and you then basically screed that over the cracks and over the small holes, and that seals it. The other product that I quickly also wanted to show you, one other product of theirs, is this one. And that is basically a concrete sealer that you can use on cement floors. And for instance, they did this brickwork here. They did with that. So making a video, and some of the staff are not aware. And yeah, so that is basically the product, and that is the company that was sponsoring us. And so if you are in Namibia, support them. They do care about the community as well. Okay, and then thanks to Beshy and to Andrew, I'll be buying this today, Seed Grow. Use that as a fertilizer. This is basically fish emulsions, they call it fish emulsions. That's what it comes down to. And then I'll be buying some lavender. Now Andrew suggested a specific flavor of lavender, but this is the only ones that I can get, is the seeds. So we'll get that, and then at some stage we will try to get some lavender from some places outside of town, some shrubs that maybe already exist, or bushes that we can plant. But for now, this is the seed that we can get. It also looks like we might get some rain. And my water tank that's been promised to me should have been delivered by Friday. And now it should have been delivered today. Still not here. So, I don't want the rain to be held back, but I also want my tank to be up to be able to catch it. Frank the tank. I was there this morning again. Promised it will be delivered today. We are ready with the fittings to install it and get everything ready. So I can't wait for the first time the rain falls into the water tank to get the water harvesting going. Okay peeps, this is going to be the end of my movie for today. I will immediately start filming the rain video which will be available tomorrow. But if I film the rain video now and I combine it with this video, you'll see both of these videos only tomorrow. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.